Yeah, Ratchet, you're a number one. How's it going? How's it going? You're number one. I think. Why'd you say darn it? Are you not? Are you not number one? Oh no, Chess Wizard beat you. I didn't even see that. Chess Wizard is number one. Can't keep him down, man. Chess Wizard. Getting it done. Chess Wizard getting it done. Almost there. 3 seconds to go. Let's go. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Sugar. Let's get it on. Hey, so, gonna have to change this real quick. Oh, we need to pop off and back again. Let's get there. Oh, sorry, not there, but here. Here we go. Gotta update this. Let's update this. My goodness, got a lot going on. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, and I'm going to put on some music today for sure. It's going to be a talking stream today. We got to have some music to go with this, so let me get that cooking. But I got some stuff for you guys. I do. Let me get the music first. Didn't hear it yet, so let's make sure we have some. There we go. Throw that in the background. I think we're ready. Chess Wizard is our first chatter today, and today's a special stream. Special stream, guys. Instead of my norm, right, that we go over games and talk and play, and I get to play a lot, we're just going to catch you up on the adventure that is the National Open that our buddy SudacusChess is playing in. There's also Selena Hokai is playing it also. Let me see if I can fix this up a little bit. Without breaking anything. I don't want to be on the fails videos anywhere. Definitely don't want to be on a fails video. I gotta work on that. Let's see. Yep, this is my my wife gave me this beautiful thing here, and for some reason it's not showing up level. Oh, might be because it's not level. Maybe that's better. Still not right, but hey. Oh, I know. It's actually not. I just didn't do it level. Let's see if I can get that more level. Yeah, that's much better. Much better background. All right. How's everyone today? Let me check the chat. Hey, Badster, how you doing? Thanks for the follow, by the way. Hey, and thanks to Tailor Made Photography for the follow, and Road Trip 2800 and Ben 7973. All those followed me while I wasn't here. All right, so let's see. Let's see. The games have already started. Thank you. The games have already started. So we're going to look at Sudakus's first two games, and then we're going to load up his third game, and we'll look at that one also. How's that? All right, so we're going to look at the first two games, and then we'll go from there. But before we start that, I want to share with you guys a little video. All right, so let me pause this for the moment, and let me share a video with you guys. This is Sudacus when he arrived in Vegas. Hey, Brandon, here we go. Let's see. I want to make sure you can hear it, so let me know. Hoping you can hear it just fine, but we'll see if I can get it to run. Come on, let's go. Let's go. I tested this. It was looking good. Now I'm not getting much out of it. Come on, let's go. In fact, let me pull it out so that I can then even adjust the way I want, but let's see if we can get it working. All right. First, I'll show you some images. So this is Sudacus at O'Hare Airport, which he flew out of O'Hare to get there, right? That's where he flew out of to get to Vegas. All right, there you go. There's Sudacus, ready to go and participate in the National Open in Vegas. That's our first shot. I'm just trying to make sure I can get this to work right. I want to make it look good. Maybe if I want to actually think I want to go that way. All right. Yeah, I just still need to see if I can adjust. All right. So that's one pick. I know. There you go. That's now. Now I'm getting better at technology. Yeah, he went all out with the face mask. I mean, he spent a lot of money on the face mask, guys. I buy face masks for fun. So I have all these. I have a Spider-Man face mask that goes with my Spider-Man shirt. But yeah, Sudacus spares no expense on face masks. And I said, hey, Sudacus, you got to give us some other pictures about what's going on. So here's another shot. Oh, come on. What do you mean you can't preview the file? What are you talking about? Sign back in. Come on. Give me a break here, guys. Oh, man. It's just going to be one of those days, I think. All right. I will sign in off screen and get this taken care of. So you guys can see the pics he sent because, why not? And by the way, some of them are on Instagram, so you can also catch them on Instagram if you like. So here's a shot of him in Vegas. There we go. Nice one, right? That's not bad. There you go. I got that one working. All right. That's Sudacus in Vegas. I think he was at his hotel. We do have better shots, though. So we also have, this one, I like this one. There he is with the Las Vegas sign. Yes. All right. There he is having a good time. This is all pre-tournament. Not that he's not having a good time at the tournament, but I want to share with you, and we can live vicariously in the tournament through Sudacus. And there he is. And then he took me on a tour. But before we do the tour, let's give you the video of him prepping. Right before the tournament started, we had a chat. So I'm going to see if I can get it to run. Let's go, guys. Come on. Let's go, computer. I'm also going to see if we can get him to join us live at some time. But right now, I just wanted to show you the video, but I'm having trouble getting it to run. Maybe if I open it with something else? No, I don't want to. Let's see, Google Player for video player. Oh, okay, no, I don't know what you are. You're asking me too many questions. I just want you, I've ran this already once. It worked fine. Now it doesn't want to run. Frustration level is going to be annoying for me, but we'll see what we can do. I might have to go and get a different app. Online video converter, that's probably going to be garbage too that I got to do. Oh, look at this. Okay, see, I don't like it when it starts asking me for all these things. I just want a simple one. And it ran, I'm telling you guys, it ran fine. I had it running, it was up, going, I was happy. All right, let me see if the day one at the tournament one will run. Why one runs and the others don't, I don't know. Make sure you can hear it.
So, day one, at the site?
At the site.
Wow, look at that.
Oh yeah, let me show you one of the rooms.
Can you guys hear it?
If I can switch it here. This way the open is going to be played.
Nice.
See, it says, welcome to National Open Chess Event of the Year. Everything is set. Hundreds of tables. All set up with chessboard, chess pieces.
Wow, look at that.
10 seats should be over there, way back there.
Technology.
So, the actual good players.
Ah, okay. So you're playing in this room also?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't really know.
You definitely need to find out which room you're going to be in.
Oh yeah, I have time.
So one table, one board per table.
Oh yeah, they got the scoreboards, pens, the official mat.
Oh, okay, and it tells you which number. Okay.
What? So that's for the pairings. So you'll get a number, and then obviously you have to find it.
And what's that on the chair? Was that a magazine, free magazine they're giving away, or?
No, it's just a plastic thing.
Oh, somebody forgot it there?
I guess I think that's for the. I don't know. I don't really know. That could be for the scoreboards.
Oh, look at that. Everybody has to go. Somebody went and set up all those tables.
I bet it was more than one person, Marty.
Yeah. I hope so.
Oh, good water. I was so worried about water. Nice.
Yep. Nice.
I got 2 bottles of water thinking, what if?
Oh, what's that? That one was in blue, huh? These are in blue?
Yeah.
What's that number? What's the numbers in blue on that one? No, back up a little bit on the, right there. So it looks like maybe like the top 200 are in blue or something, or they just used a different color of paper.
It needs to be a different section.
Okay.
Oh man, this is so quiet, and it's gonna get even quieter. Oh, there. All right. I guess I can go in. These are the GMs.
Oh yeah, look at it roped off too.
Look, they even got them.
Their clocks.
Look at this. What a difference.
And the board is plugged in so that they can show that live on live stream.
Yep, they're all plugged in.
Yeah, I saw Levy Rosman did a YouTube the last 2 nights, and he was one of his games were being shown.
Grab your names.
There you go.
I am Arthur Guo, Vladimir Belus.
Nice.
National Open. FN. I am.
Find a name that you can pronounce.
No, he wasn't at table 3
I
overall.
can pronounce all of them. I don't know
Oh,
if I'm going
I think it was at table 7 in his section.
I wouldn't be able to pronounce most of those names.
I can pronounce all of them, Marty.
I'm impressed.
Oh, Gotham? No, I don't think any. I don't know what he's at right now. He's not at board 3 right now. He's down at like 30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Hans Niemann. Maybe the guy's going for. Holy crap! Oh,
Trying to get his jam norms, maybe.
okay. I think this is the closest I'll ever get to the trophy.
There you go. No one's got. Who's board 1? Who's on board 1 today?
So far, Ratchet, so far.
Against who?
And 2, I am Surabi Jakasi.
And the guy he lost to is the number 1 seed right now.
So that's board 1 today. This is their
He's on
third
board
round,
1.
I think, right?
Something. If I was to get the cup and run for it, how far would I get?
How fast can you run?
Exactly.
Oh no! Hey, so I think the open up there at that level is on round 3 today. I think they're only doing 1 round per day.
Yep. Yep, Timur is, and he beat Levy.
I'll give $100 if you open the door for me.
And 2 more people. Yep, that's what he's called. Very good, Brandon.
We are finding an escape.
There you go.
I'm
Wow.
gonna update my Nightbot too.
Yeah, Rosman showed, like I said, the first 2 rounds, they were 1 round per day at his level.
Didn't he lose one of them? The second
Yeah,
one?
he lost the second round. He lost his game in the second round to a GM. And he won the first round.
Okay. Oh, good. I was worried.
And I don't
Good.
think either player, either game, no one played it out. They resigned. He resigned the second game, and his opponent resigned the first game. So they don't live up to the Eric Rosen motto of not resigning.
Oh, why is that?
I don't know. He said against the GM, he says, it's just going to be a loss. I'm not going to, it was at a point when could you show me the purple sign up there that says National Open? When you showed it the first time, it was too far away.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I couldn't see it, really. So, welcome to the National Open. Sweet. Nice. Probably should do a selfie with that in the background.
Oh, well, you better believe it. Would you believe me that I have 6% left from where we started?
Oh, wow. Good thing you brought that extra battery pack.
I did, but, well, that's another 6 minutes.
Yeah. All right. And so you play at 10 o'clock, which is in an hour and a half from now.
Today I start at noon.
Oh.
And
Wow, okay.
registration begins at 9 a.m. Till 10:30.
Okay.
And then there's an orientation at 11 for my section, and then I start at noon. I don't think it's going to be in this room, for what I'm noticing.
Okay.
But it doesn't really matter. I'll know pretty well by the orientation time, an hour before the tournament.
Nice. Well, if you get a chance to take to do a little video from a distance of that room when they're actually playing,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
that'd be cool. And I think it's going to be a lot noisier than you think.
People crying, you say?
Yeah. A lot of crying, a lot of laughing. People pieces. It's going to be hitting those chess clocks. The chess clocks themselves will be making noise.
They should have a band,
There you go.
rock band, playing, Prince greatest hits.
There you go. Wow.
Salud.
Salud. All right. Well, good luck. So you start at 12. You said your first match is at 12 o'clock. Do you know who you're playing?
No, I haven't even registered yet. The registration begins in about an hour.
Oh, that's right. You said at 9. My bad.
Have fun.
Okay. Yeah, maybe give us an update when you find out who you're playing.
Absolutely. Hopefully it's not a freaking 10-year-old, because they stress me out, man.
I understand. I totally understand. All right. We will talk to you soon.
I dressed
Nice.
to, how do you call that? For
Intimidating.
action purposes.
Yes. You didn't wear
I'm
the
serious. Not going to talk to whomever I'm playing.
Oh, you should say good luck.
Nope.
Ooh, I know. Hey, only speak in a foreign language.
Well, I know 2 others.
Yeah. So speak in a foreign language only. They'll be like, oh, he's not even American. He's going to be good.
Yeah, but if I do it in well, any accent but French.
Okay. I would do Spanish. I would just speak to him in Spanish the whole time. Mucho gusto. Sit down, play.
Oh, that makes so much sense. And then when I lose, I'll go, darn it. I better
No.
change.
When you win, you go you go good game, and they'll be like, oh man, he speaks English.
Oh, no. When I win, I'll stand up and I'll point at their face and say, in your face.
In Spanish. No.
No. And then I tell them that's the only thing I know.
Yeah.
I only pay myself for winning.
All right, man. Enjoy. I will talk to you soon.
Very good. Look at this. You need to see this. they're opening up. Look how big this is. They're opening up the walls.
Oh, okay.
There are at least 500 tables.
Of course, Ratchet. We were joking.
Wow.
Anyway, amazing. This is huge.
This is.
All right, Martin.
All right. We'll see you soon.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
There you guys go. That's it, man. You got to see it all. Finally got the video to work. I'm glad. And I'm going to have more videos, hopefully. He promised me that we'd get more videos from him as the time goes on. So that's the goal. That's the goal. So we can see what's going on at the tournament. All right, I got to fix my board here because I had to change it. I should make one that'll work for the video all the time, but that's okay. It was fast enough, right? We got it done, right? Yeah, I think we did. All right, let's go over his first game. Why not? Kind of excitement. He's out there playing, man. No, and there's definitely etiquette at the tournament. We were joking. Oh, you've never been to an over-the-board tournament. Well, that is the reason I thought it would be really cool for Sudacus to share with us his adventure, because I figure a lot of you guys have never been to a real over-the-board tournament, and you can kind of see what it looks like and feels like and get the gist. Now, that's a national open. Maybe later this year, I will show you a small tournament at my library that I host and I direct, and you'll see it's like maybe 20 people will show up, and it's in a rotunda in the library, and we do have nice, like they had tables with tablecloths, we do have that. We usually put 2 boards to a table because we have nice long tables, but it's nice. It's still nice. All right. So, first game, Sudacus had black against a gentleman named Taylor Chin. Now, let's just talk about some other things that can go on while you're at this championship and you could try. So I'm going to go full screen for a second. So the first thing is you can go to this page and you could find happening now under the International Chess Festival at their website, vegaschessfestival.com, and you can say pairings. I want to see who's paired with who. I want to see results, and you can go look at all those things. But I'm going to be doing that, some of it for you. But if you want to see how Rosman's doing, Rosen, or Selena Hokai. Remember, Selena Hokai is also at the tournament with Sudacus. I don't know if they've run into each other yet. Hopefully we'll get an update tonight. In fact, if Sudacus joins us, I am ready to go right into a meeting with him and let him talk to us. Okay? So we'll have to wait and see. We would love to have you, Brandon. I don't know if it'd be different, though. I think chess is the same pretty much everywhere, but I could be totally wrong on that. I'd be curious to see how it is. But yeah, so I did a player search on Taylor Chin, and the only one I can find with the actual last name of Chin in the USCF database was this, Mr. Taylor Spencer Chin. And he's from Colorado and had absolutely no rating. So I could find nothing about the guy. I Googled him, could find nothing about the guy. So I'm really, oh really? Oh wow, not good, not good. Very, very polite in the U.S. We teach them early, and we're pretty strict. But anyway, so I couldn't find anything on Taylor Chin. Okay, so we get to watch the game. Sudacus is playing black, and he plays a King's Indian, I believe it is. It might be a Queen's Indian. I don't remember, but he's playing an Indian. And we get into, so far so good. Both of them are developing. White, maybe not taking advantage of all of his possibilities. But there you go. And Sudacus decides, once he blocked off the queen, he said, I'm going to double up his pawns. Now, I am not going to critique Sudacus, okay, guys? I'm not going to analyze his game for mistakes. First of all, he doesn't want to see it. He's not going to look at any of this beforehand. And if he gets online with us, he won't see your chat anyway, so don't worry about it. But he doesn't want me to even talk about his games because he wants the chess feel good and go on to the next day and the next game. So he is playing 3 days in a row, 6 rounds per day. And I still haven't found out, so when I hear from him, I'm going to ask him. Because I haven't found out yet if those are 3 separate events where you could win the first day and get a trophy, and then win the next day and get another trophy, and then lose the third day? I don't know. Or do they somehow add it all? Because you could show up for just one day. You could play in this just one day, even in the beginner section. So if you can only play one day, then obviously you can't count towards the 3 days because you'd have 1/3 the amount of games. That's not going to work. Okay? So, yes. So we can analyze the games, but again, we're not showing them to Sudakus. So yeah, he moved the bishop again and doubles the pawns. But as I've told my class, my students, when you double towards the center, it's not as big a deal. When you take one of these wing pawns and bring it towards the center, it's not as bad as maybe bringing this guy towards the center. Because you're going to break probably into the center anyway with a pawn push eventually, and you're going to get rid of that double pawn, and you have an extra pawn in the center, so you probably have a better chance of keeping center pawns. So in a lot of ways, I try to get my students not to pull their opponent's pawn towards the center. Okay? All right, so that's just an overall feeling I have. And if he ever takes, you still get this. So I think Sudakus maybe rushed this, and he still only has 1 piece developed versus 3. But we're cheering for Sudakus, guys. If you haven't figured that out, we're cheering for Sudakus. But I am going to show you guys a move that I also showed my students, and I want you to learn it. Now, Ratchet probably knows it, but the rest of you guys may not know it. Shoot, Brandon, what's the question, man? This is a good time for questions, a good time to chat, good time to talk about stuff. So what you got? What you got? Oh, definitely. I'm cheering for him. And I'm cheering for Lena Hokai, too, because he's a streamer. I don't watch him yet, but he's a friend, of Sudakus. I haven't seen him. Wow, that's a lot of moves you're trying to figure out there. That's a lot of moves. All for white you're trying to figure out, Brandon? Well, first thing, just remember that you can't do anything without your opponent getting a chance to move, right? Okay, so you said before knight to f3, way back here? Couldn't you play d3? No, I don't know. What do you mean, d3? You already have the bishop out, so don't know what you're talking about. Nope, and if you play f4 and then knight, you're not playing this system. That's a whole different opening. Okay? Whole different... Oh, c3? Yes. You could play very London. You could play it very London, but you're still not playing f4 unless you mean bishop to f4, which is already there. So... Yeah, I'm sorry. And knight to c3? Yes, you could have played... He could have played knight to c3 at any time. He could play knight to c3 right there. He could have played c3. He could have played knight to here. Yeah, you get different choices. Of course, those are all choices, right? You have many choices. And in the opening, you have more choices than in the endgame. So, and you have less ways to go wrong in the opening because you have so many choices. That knight could have went here even. That knight could go here. The knight could go here. The pawn can go here. The pawn can even come all the way up here. So yeah, there's a lot of choices. And yes, it is flexible, but there are a lot of other ones. Sudakus played knight to c6. He played knight to c6. And he can't do d6, not d3. Sudakus is black. Okay. Anyway, let's press on with the game. So we get a trade, we develop the knight, and the queen immediately comes out because it's the last piece to develop. You notice black is still far back in development. So this is where we all get into trouble when we don't develop our pieces. So Sudakus does a good job. This is a normal move. Now, this is also normal. And you guys, what is the correct or normal? I won't say correct, but what is the response? I teach this to my students. What could be the response? But actually, looking at it right now, I don't think it's going to work. What I was thinking he should have done is push here because the queen protects and the pawn blocks. But that puts him in a little bit of trouble, guys. Yeah, because this pawn, when it took back, took away the normal escape square. The escape square for the knight. So yeah, so when he did this move, he might have been thinking, oh yeah, and if if he comes and says check, I'll do the pawn push, I'll protect it, and maybe he realized right after he did it that, oh boy, I can't do that. I can't do that. So he backed it up, and now he's going to get 2 pieces piled up on the knight. But Sudakus finds a good counter tactic, right? Break the pin, break the attack, and now white could have just taken, black could take, white could take, black could take, or better yet, take with the king, and you'd be protecting the pawn, and I think white would have a better position. White would have a better position, but white chose not to do that. White backed up and said, I'll attack the knight twice from this way. Now, Sudakus could come here as a possible play, but then the queen moves maybe here, attacking the knight, and you're back to the same kind of problems we had before, but I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? From here, I guess part of the problem is coming here doesn't work because that's a check, and then you just lose. You just lose, guys. So you come here. I mean, you got the queen here. You got the queen here. I'd love it if he came here if I was black, because then I get to push this pawn with tempo. So now we're looking at where does the queen go. Let's say the queen goes here. And then you get to push to protect. And he still can't get this move in yet. He can get that move in. He could chase the knight, though. He could chase the knight. Knight doesn't have a square to go to, guys. Right? Once again, unfortunately, the knight has no squares to go to. Yeah, that poor knight just got into too much trouble. Okay, so anyway, we go through this. He trades, probably the best choice. Protects the pawn, and we trade again. Not so bad so far, right? I mean, he's got double pawns, very equal, but got a backward pawn. These pawns are pretty extended. But we got bishop versus a knight. So if you're a GM, you're probably happier with the bishop. So you say that white is probably better, yeah. So I could turn on the computer. You know me, I usually like to analyze without the computer. We could probably turn on the computer and see if it says who's better. But I like figuring it out on our own. So what's that move kind of move called, guys? We were teaching that. We haven't gone back to it. We have to finish our lessons. Remember, we give lessons on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on one concept throughout the week. And this is one. What is that move? It's the last concept that we've been teaching and that we haven't finished yet. No, Jam Z, it's not called cocoon. That's not a concept I've been teaching. So what do you guys think? Oh, you like queen to c6 with check, winning a pawn? I think it's coming. They're unrated. They're playing in the beginner section of the International Chess Festival, also known as the United States National Open. So they're both unrated, Batster. Sudakus has a provisional rating of 1,012 because he played in one tournament 20 years ago. So he doesn't have a stable rating. So if you don't have a stable rating, you're allowed to play in the beginner section, which will come up eventually and we'll see it. All right. So yeah, Ratchet, prophylaxis, stopping the bishop from pinning the knight. That's, valid move. Okay. And then we develop the bishop, and he realizes, wow, I can win a pawn and get a check, and I can win a pawn. He's got all these pawns now he can win, so he decided to come on in, right? All right. He could have went right away. He didn't need to do the prophylactic move. He could have went here with check and win this pawn. But I guess, and I don't even, you can't be worried about that. You can't do it. It's just free candy. So, yeah, he could have had that right away, but it didn't hurt him that he waited because black was so far behind on development. He still has to get the bishop out before he can even castle. So he gets a check. Black says let's trade, and does. Trades it off, and said now I can trade off so I can protect my pawns. And we get a center push. Now, white said, go ahead and have triple pawns. take the triple pawns. I totally agree. There was not to be, if you take, white takes back with the pawn, fixes his pawns, has 2 center pawns against none, would not be good, right? So you gotta just castle and hope he pushes. Now, you didn't have to castle. You could have went after the rook. And the reason why I say you could have went after the rook was the other rook can't get here to help yet, guys. And so that might really entice him to take with the pawn to protect the rook. Or the rook can move. Or the rook can move. But either way, remember the rule. In games, we want our kings to be active and centralized. There's a lot of pawns. This is a very closed position. The bishop is not healthy in a closed position. So I definitely want to have an active king. I want my king to be active and out there and doing work. I think this would have been a great move for Sudacus. But he castled instead. And we get the rook onto the file. By the way, if we had went here, watch now, that took castle and move. So he could have moved this. If he had moved his king here, his next move still could have been there. Right? Nice thing there. Could have gotten it also. Hey, Joseph, the Joseph. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. By the way, guys, we do have sounds. I need to make a command to remind you guys that you have sounds that you can use. So, and if you let me know, guys, if the sounds, hey, so Joseph, if you think the sounds are too expensive, it's channel points. If the sounds are too expensive, just let me know. Sudacus and I were actually talking about that. What would be the right cost for the sounds? Thanks, Ratchet. That's one of my favorites. Definitely one of my favorites. All right, guys. So, but we look at it, and so now we're still not equal, but we got play. Again, rather would have the king here. Just imagine if the king was here and he's over here. We have the active king. It would have been so nice. It would have been so nice. All right, you think it's that's a good amount, Ratchet? All right, thank you. All right, so then Sudacus takes. And I'm back to why? Well, because he doesn't want to let take. Why not? That's a free piece if he takes. So the threat still isn't to take. This threat still isn't to take. He has no threat to take. Now, he might threaten to push, but he's not threatening to take. And if he pushes, I'd let him push still. And I probably still wouldn't take. I'd probably just back my bishop up here, maybe even here. And that way, if he takes here, I could take back and still leave him with double pawns. I would think Black's mission at this point is to saddle him with double pawns and do nothing to help him fix those pawns because it's his only real weakness. Okay, that's his only real weakness. So this is the lesson. I'm using this to teach, guys. I know we're not doing our normal lessons, but we're doing the Sudacus at the National Open. And we're going to use it to learn a little bit. I don't think you want to give up these. You want to keep these pawns doubled forever. You do want to do nothing to break up those double pawns. But we did. And then his opponent didn't take with the pawn. His opponent didn't take with the pawn. So I'm like, what? What? All right. This is where we know his opponent is in superstar material, but look at this problem again. So he's threatening to take. The only thing you could take back with is the rook. So Sudacus said my pawn would fall. I say, move your king over. He takes, you take back with the king, and your king is back centralized again. That's what we want, right? We want our king in the center if we can. So that's what I'm looking for. Rather than this, thinking I need to do some kind of thing over here, he's just going to pull you away, and it's going to be, you're not going to be able to protect these pawns. King here, simple move, simple solution. You could have even put it here, but I don't like that because this gets a tempo because we still don't want to take because we'd still fix his pawns. We do not want to fix his pawns, guys. But king here, this rook, look. If our king goes here, this rook is out of the game. This rook can't, look, he can't get here, can't take here, can't take here. The king has the rook has nothing. Can't go here, can't go here. The rook has like these 3 squares to go to. While our king, after he takes, hopefully, our king will get active. I mean, okay? That's my thought. Yeah, I want to know how old Taylor Chin is. Yeah, is he a young person? But anyway, so we get the pawn push, and we get this pawn push because I guess he's worried about bank rank mates. I don't know why. And we get a pawn push enticing. This is one of my things that I've been teaching, by the way, guys. I know you've seen it before, right? You've seen my chart. Where is it? We could put it here. Let me show you my chart, just so you have it. All right, we got to look at this chart, guys. To me, this is like this is superstar stuff here. We're looking at, learning from these great guys playing. I'm really glad about that. Where's in my chart? Where's my chart? Where's my chart? Here we go. All right, so in my chart of principles, right? We've talked about this before together. So if we look at the chart, there is one right here. We added the other day, Ratchet. You weren't here. It was in my it was my in real life class. And look at this one. This one to me is so important. Stop helping opponent improve position. Beginners do this a lot, and we got to get beginners to stop doing that. We got to get them to stop helping our opponents. And here, Sudacus looks like he's being aggressive. Sudacus, do not. Oh no, he's here. Okay, guys. No more analysis. We're not looking at the game anymore. Sudacus, tell us how's it going. What round are you in? What's going on? What's going on? We do not want to bother you with any analysis. We promise that if you can, in fact, Sudacus, if you can join. Oh, okay. But if you do this, if you can Zoom with me, I got Zoom set up. You just have to join the meeting. It's waiting for you. It's waiting for you. Anytime you want to join, you just join on Zoom. And you got the floor, man. We will listen to you happily. Happily. We were just going over a couple of your games. So, yeah, if you can join us, join the Zoom, and I'll just bring you up. But I already told everybody that you do not want to, and I agree with you 100%. You don't want us to go over your games where you can hear it. You don't want to listen to that. You don't want to analyze your games. You got 3 days in a row of serious play. So you don't need to be analyzing the games afterwards. You're not Beth Harmon at the U.S. Open analyzing your game in between rounds so that you can win the next game. You need to relax. You need to rejuvenate. You need to eat and drink. You need to eat and drink. Hopefully you're hydrating. You got to hydrate out there, man. Sudacus himself, this is your day. All we're talking about today, tomorrow, and Sunday. And by the way, I moved Sunday to 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Same as this time. I moved my Sunday instead of my one-on-one lesson so that we can do a wrap-up of the national tournament with Sudacus. And I will also tell you guys, Sunday, 8 o'clock here is 5 o'clock there. He's online with us, guys. Hopefully you can see him, and we'll see how it goes. All right, see if we can get him online. Looking good. There he is. Gonna rearrange this a little bit, and there you go. We got to change this from. Don't ask me why I'm showing the wrong name. All right.
Hello.
Sudacus, Manuel, ¿cómo estás, mi amigo? How is it going?
Mario, you're muted.
Oh no, that's true. There, sorry, you're correct. I was muted.
You let me move away from the people here.
Okay. We're going over your.
10 degrees here.
How much?
Over 100?
Wow. Over 100 degrees. All right.
Like I stuck my head in an oven.
Can you still not hear him, Ratchet? Okay, you can hear him. Good. Hey, Flavio says hi. Ratchet says we're all cheering for you.
Nice.
Chess Wizard hasn't said anything.
That's all right. So, Vegas, baby.
Sudacus in Vegas.
Oh yeah. So I send you the games that I played.
Yes, we were going over your first one when you called in.
Sure.
Yep, we're going over your first game. I'm going to go over your second game. I've already got them loaded up to a study, and we're going to show them your third game.
Just show the second one and call it a day, because that's the only good thing I've done all day.
Oh, you like that game the best?
No, it's because it was so freaking easy that I got really happy and I got a break from all of this.
Okay, well, I have it on the screen. I have your second game on the screen.
Don't worry about it. No, it's really simple. My opponent screwed up royally like 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah, so anyway, so what I can tell you guys is that this is very stressful. I don't normally get stressed out, but my opponents were shaking, literally. They were dropping pieces. One guy in the first game, this last name Chin, he picked up the wrong piece. And he looked at me terrorized and said, "Oh, I'm really sorry." And I said, "That's okay." Meaning, I actually meant to say, just move another one. I don't really care, you know? But he didn't understand what I meant, and he just moved it, so I could take it. And after that, I kind of got jinxed, I guess. But because I felt really bad, that's not what I meant. I meant just move the other piece that you need to move, you know? But it got lost in translation. Everyone was trembling. And another thing, playing with people that are unrated is a double-edged sword. The last kid that I played against, he played the French defense against me, and I went with the typical, the only response that I actually have for the French defense, and then he made a mistake. I couldn't take advantage of it, and then he recovered and did excellent. I just couldn't find any ideas, anything to exploit, and then to put the nail over the coffin, I screwed up, and instead of taking my opponent's pawn with a rook, I should have moved my king. And I realized that as soon as I captured. And I thought, oh, my rook is going to get pinned. And like, I don't know, a minute later, that was the move.
All right,
So,
well.
Either way, this is a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun. There's a lot of people here. It's kind of funny to see that so little people know the actual rules, you know, the etiquette.
Yes.
This one guy, the one that I drew against, he went and tried to sacrifice his queen, and then I played it in my mind, and I thought, well, it doesn't work for me because he's gonna get my queen back, and his bishop is gonna get into that position. So I moved my bishop to get out of that freaky pin that I would have gotten if I take his queen. And he looks at me and said, "I thought I had you there."
Yeah, not good etiquette.
Okay to me.
Yep, not allowed to talk to you.
No, like, but I just smiled back. I mean, what else? And then by the end, he was saying, "I offer you a draw," and I told him, "You have to move your piece first." He moved it. "I offer you a draw." No, so we kept on going. He would move again. "I offer you a draw." Like 7, 8 times in a row. Every freaking move.
That's illegal too.
Oh, I was so annoyed. And
Well,
then
you should just tell him you can't offer draw every move.
I was one pawn up. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I was going to trade the bishops that were the only ones standing. And then I was going to trade everything else to get with my pawn up. But I don't know. I think that got the best of me. I said, "I accept," and I drew.
Yeah, you should check with.
I think I should have played it, but to be honest with you, I was so tired by then that I I was saying in my head, if he offers me once more, I'll take it because I don't want to keep on playing. I just couldn't find my way through. So that's another one that I'm going to be studying tomorrow morning if I get a chance. I don't think I'm going to get a chance because I start at 10 in the morning. Either way. So that's what I have to report, Marty.
That sounds good. It's a good start.
All right.
And you're sending me your other games?
Yeah, I did send you the very last one that I lost.
Aw, man. Okay, and that's 4 games? That's 4 rounds?
4 games. 1 win, 1 draw, 2 losses.
So you have 2 more games to go?
2 more games to go. The other one is starting soon. And I'm actually okay with it because the competition is really tough. Very tough. I mean, the only one that did not put a fight was game 2. But all the other games, everyone, well, you'll see it, they were playing very nice.
Have you checked out Selena Hokai yet?
If I had a chance, once I analyzed it, but at the time that I was playing, nope.
Did you get to see Selena Hokai yet?
Say it again.
Have you seen Selena Hokai yet?
Oh yeah, and his parents. He brought his parents to Vegas.
Nice.
Yeah, they're really nice people.
Awesome. So
Yeah, I took a photo with them. I'll
send it.
Post it to you guys. Maybe I'll put it in Instagram.
Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Hey, can you tell us what happens tomorrow? What happens tomorrow?
Tomorrow there's another. Each day for the beginner section starts again, meaning brand new pairings, brand new everything. Everyone starts from 0. It starts at 10 in the morning and ends at the last game is at 6 p.m. I believe. So by 7:38 I should be done. Selenia Hokai invited me to the Starbucks lunch that they have here at the Westgate to play Blitz to uncork. And I was thinking, the only thing I need to uncork is a shower.
No cerveza?
He wants to play Blitz. He got Eric Rosen to sign his mat
Oh, really?
yesterday.
Nice.
And I'm taller than Levi Roseman.
Really?
He was standing right next to me. He looks like a butt head, huge head, little body. Really fun.
Looks like one of these.
And I could see his face. He was pretty frustrated. I was right next to him.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah. It's
All right.
Anyway, sir.
Good
I'm
luck.
gonna go back to the grind.
Good luck. Finish up strong. You got 2 more to go.
2 more to go.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. There you go. You got to hear it firsthand. So he kind of like was a spoiler. He told you how the games went. So you're not going to be surprised when we go over these. So yeah, we're gonna go over it. So he got to stand next to Levi Rosman and find out he's taller than Levi. Okay, and Selena Hokai got his mat signed by Eric Rosen. Pretty neat. Not really superstars. When else in the world would IM's International Masters be of star quality to give people autographs? Right now, maybe if they were like Bobby Fischer on his way up to becoming champion, or Carlsen on his way to becoming champion, but those superstars, world champion superstars, they seem to skip right over IM. It's like they get IM while they're getting their GM norms, and they go, "Oh, I got IM, thanks. Yeah, I don't care. I'm going to be a GM next month." But these guys are true IMs, right? That's what they are. They're just IMs, and they're superstars because of streaming. And because of COVID, making it more interesting so people can see it. It's amazing. All right, let's finish up this game, guys. Like I said, he's already given away the results, and kind of stole the excitement, what would you call it, the tension right? Oh, what's going to happen? Well, it's already given away. But it was really good to have him on camera with us. And I have that set up anytime he wants to join us. If his next round ends and we're still on, he could join us and we'll talk to him some more. So, oh, was he? Was Rosen famous before COVID? How about Gotham Chess? I never heard of either one of them. I did look at YouTube every once in a while for stuff, but so to me, I didn't know either one of them until I started streaming and watching other streamers more, and then I was like, oh wow, these guys are good and fun. Loved Rosen's attitude, his personality. I will say that what I learned about Rosen the most was like because of the Stafford Gambit. Gotham, I think he's he wasn't famous at all because Gotham, I think, is more famous now maybe than Rosen. And if you look at his viewership, it's probably larger. Yeah, I agree. Oh, did he? Well, he's a nice guy. I mean, he seems like a genuinely nice guy. And he plays tennis, so he's got that going for him. Yeah, anybody that plays tennis is okay by me. Oh, okay, guys. We have to look at these games. We've already spent an hour, and we haven't even finished the first game. So, Black takes, and Black says, I need to get over here because I don't want that rook getting in here and then eating pawns, right? That would have been a nice move. The rook might have had to come back. That would have delayed White's attempts. But now, look, we have 2 pawns, hard to protect. And this rook, while it's on an open file, has no place to go because the king and all these pawns, these pawns and the knight and the king are keeping that rook out. So that rook really has no good squares. Yeah. Thanks, Ratchet. I believe it's lawn tennis where you are. And I believe, if I remember correctly, you have Wimbledon, which is like the biggest tennis tournament in the world. It is the oldest, biggest, most important tennis tournament. Americans want to go and win Wimbledon. So yeah, I don't know about you Americans in tennis. Usually it's Americans in baseball. But anyway, I like tennis. But I like tennis because my knees are torn up being old now. And I can't go play basketball on a hard court anymore. I can't play a volleyball on a hard court anymore. My knees scream in pain the next day. But tennis, different movement from like what I spent my whole life playing basketball and volleyball. So it's like I got a new lease on life. I can play a sport again. So yeah, I take advantage of it. So again, guys, just think of how much more we want that king to be in the center of the board, and unfortunately it's not. Not a bad idea if he takes, you might get some tempos, you get a double attack. Although that would stop the double attack even. So, but White says, nope, I'll just come up here and threaten to win that and then win that pawn, and then I'll have a pass pawn going on. All right, so Black said, no, I don't want to trade, but he also didn't want to come all the way back. He's looking to reposition maybe. Okay, but then we drop this pawn, guys. There's just pawns being dropped, way too many pawns being dropped. Finally, the king tries to come over, and it's just too much. There's too much free candy. And that was, this is simple. Can't go up. You'll have a discovered attack and lose the rook. And so you have to stay down. And you lose more pawns. And so could have taken this one, could have taken this one. This one is almost, I shouldn't say obviously, but I believe it's better. And we have mass of pass pawns versus no pass pawns. And here, Sudakus, right now, Sudakus makes the worst move. He makes the worst move of this whole game, guys. He resigns. There's no resigning in chess. Well, actually, there is. There is. And, there's something to be said for, all right, the guy played well, I'm going to let it go. And but, Sudakus told us the story that this guy touched a piece and then said, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to touch the piece. First of all, that's illegal. You're not supposed to be talking. You're not supposed to be talking about it. Second thing is, Sudakus shouldn't have said anything back because the guy should move the piece. Guy is supposed to move the piece. There is an increment. There's 30 plus 5. But you touch a piece, you have to move it. So there should be no discussion. And there should be no, because that could have been seen as the guy always meaning to move that piece and then playing coy like, oh, I didn't mean to move, I didn't mean to touch that, oh. And then Sudacus, well, you're going to have to move it. Then the guy moving it, and inside him going, ha. Now the guy's going to think I made a mistake, but I really didn't make a mistake because I really wanted to move that piece. Right? That's called cheating, guys. That's why you're not allowed to talk. Because if you say I did it by accident, then you may be conning the guy. And yeah, beginners just means rating-wise. This guy could be a con artist playing all the time this way. He could be a smack talker. He could be like, doing the Eric Rosen, oh no, my queen, when he's playing people. Right? We don't know. You're not allowed to talk, guys. You're not allowed to talk. And the guy that said, oh, I thought I had you, you're not allowed to talk. That's not etiquette. It's more than etiquette. It's etiquette, but more than that, it's the rules. It's the rules. Just shouldn't be doing it. So, yeah, but that's okay. Sudacus was like, it's okay. And the guy moved it anyway. Why? Because he probably wanted to move it anyway, or he figured it was okay. Now, how do you offer a draw? You move the piece first, and then you offer a draw, right? You could say, draw, and you put your hand out. So I figured that this was going to come up because we were just talking about it. So I was curious too. Let's take a look. Draws made at any time. Here we go. And let's make sure we get it. Now that's Wikipedia. I'd rather use my rule book. And my chess rule book, believe it or not, I have one. I use it because I officiate chess tournaments, right? I'm a chess director. Yes, you can talk then, and you can talk when you resign. That's the only time you're supposed to talk, is to offer a draw. Yes. If a player makes a draw offer before making a move, the opponent can ask them to make their move before deciding, which of course you'd have to talk then too. All right. Once made, a draw offer cannot be retracted and is valid until rejected. By the way, moving a piece rejects the draw offer. All right. Where's draw offer etiquette? How many draw offers? How do I offer? Okay. Oh man, I don't know if we're going to find real information in there. I'm going to need to go find my rule book before tomorrow. I will find my rule book. It's downstairs in my bag that I take to chess tournaments, and I haven't been in a real life tournament, and we haven't held one in so long that we haven't. I don't know. No problem, Ratchet. You haven't ever played in an over-the-board tournament. Totally understand. But there is a rule about offering a draw. You're not, as far as I know, you're not supposed to offer it immediately after, like every rule. You can't do it. You can't do it. Let's see. Yeah, okay. To reject, make your move, offer the draw, and then press your clock. Woo! Make your move. Say draw, press your clock. It's the law. We're reading it together. Now let me go to full screen for you guys. Sorry. It'll be easier for you to see. While it is still your turn, next offer the draw, and lastly press your clock. So, hey, Ratchet, you didn't know? I didn't know that I'm supposed to, tell you the truth, I never thought about the fact that I have to make my move first. Never crossed my mind. And I didn't know that I had to press the clock. There you go. You would think I could let the clock keep running because it's on my time, but technically, make your move, offer the draw, press your clock. Let's see, on the board, before offering a draw, next offer the draw, and lastly press your clock. That is the correct procedure for you or your opponent when splitting the point by agreement. It does not matter whether this is by agreement, guys, not by 3-move repetition, it's not by 50-move rule, it's not by not enough material to mate. Either way, these are the exact steps that should take place when you're offering a draw. And even if a draw offer does not follow these steps, in case you do them out of sequence, it can't be taken back. Once you offer a draw, even if you offer a draw and then go, and I say, well, you have to move first and hit your clock. And I go, oh, okay. And then I find a winning move, and I move it. And I'm like, boom, I hit my clock, and I'm thinking, I got checkmate in 2. The opponent can go, I accept your draw offer, and it's a draw. because you offered it, even if it was out of sequence. So let's see. When you are, let's see. Either way, the next. Okay. And even if a draw does not follow these steps out of sequence, if a draw offer while your clock is counting down without moving a piece, your opponent can compel you to make a move, because that way they can see if you make a blunder, they might have an easy win. You know, you might be offering the draw at a very critical moment that if you make one move, it wins for the opponent, right? And if you make this other move, you can get a draw. So he wants to see if you find the right move. If you make the wrong move, he's going to turn down your draw. Anyway, they get to see what was on your mind before making up theirs. Unfortunately for them, you may find a checkmate move that instantly ends the game. Thus, the draw offer is moot. So, remember I just said, it still stands. So if I offer a draw, I make the move, and I go, oh, that's checkmate. You can't accept the draw because it's checkmate on the board. That's what they're saying. Now, if it's a draw, if it's a mate in 2 or 3, yeah, you're out of luck. You lost your chance to win. But if it's a mate at the time you drop the piece before you hit your clock, it's mate. You never have to hit your clock. It's mate. And remember to say thank you for agreeing to a draw if they do. That away, you are sure that your rival does not think your handshake is a sign of resignation. Handshakes really don't mean a thing, though they are a nice gesture of sportsmanship. Knowing how to offer a draw is only one part of the equation. Knowing how to reject the draw offers the other part. All right, so it has nothing here about how often you can offer a draw. So I don't know what the actual rule is. I'll have to research it and I'll get back to you guys because I don't know. That's a great question for us to figure out before we go too far. All right, so this game ended in a loss for our champion, Sudakus, but he's got 5 more games today, and then he's got 6 games on Saturday and 6 games on Sunday, and it's like they start over every time. So he could still win a day. He could win the whole day. And I don't know what happens. I don't know if you get a trophy if you win one of those days or if they take your results because as far as I know, somebody can come and only play one day and leave. They're done for the tournament. So, right? I mean, yeah, I don't know. Okay, on Lichess, you can't offer draw until after you have declined a draw offer by your opponent? No. That doesn't make any sense. Then no one could ever offer a draw because you have to wait to decline one from... No. That's... What? So maybe if I offer you a draw, you decline. Now I can't offer you a draw again until my opponent offers a draw and I decline. I think that's what you mean. Yeah, okay. Well, that's... I like that. I actually like that because you definitely can't keep badgering your opponent for a draw. So that was illegal what the person did. If they did it 7 times every move, he could have just said, hey, director, raise your hand, director. My opponent's offering a draw every move. Could you please ask him to stop doing that? And then the director would have to know what to do. So the director might say, no, sir, you offered a draw. Don't offer a draw again for another 5 moves. I don't know what the rule is. I have to look it up because I should know that because I direct tournaments. Yep. All right. So Sudakus is playing white. He gets to play the King's Gambit. I know he should be happy about that. Yay, King's Gambit. And the guy plays a bad variation of it and gets his knight. And then he gets 2 pieces attacked by a pawn at the same time. So this guy is playing like a beginner. The first guy he played, I think Sudakus, didn't play definitely the best that he could. I think Sudakus is better than when he played that first game, for sure. But his opponent played decent, right? His opponent played well. But this guy is playing like a real beginner. Look, 2 pieces attacked by a pawn. So Sudakus says, thank you for the free one. And Sudakus is even going to be, he's got 3 minor pieces developed versus 2. But his opponent has castle. And Sudakus takes, and his opponent says, well, I don't want to take back because I'll just lose another pawn. So he attacks this pawn. And you might be thinking to yourself, okay, how does Sudakus protect everything? I don't know. He doesn't. He says, I'll protect this one and give away that one. And he castles. He says, I'm going to castle this time. He took way too long to castle last time. So here comes another opportunity, and we're not looking at Black's play. Okay, Black's already down a piece. So trading is fine for Sudakus, but more importantly is, what do you want to do, right? Because you could take, and we talk about this, you can push, you could protect it again, or again, or again. You could protect it, or you can attack something of greater value. He could have pinned here, let's say. Okay, so that's an option. He could have, you can't interpose with a pawn. So, those, you know, or you could take it, or he could take it. And so you got to think about and decide, you know, what do I want to do? Do I go here, or do I take? Oh, it's a free pawn? You guys say it's a free pawn, huh? This is a free pawn? Because you don't like the queen taken? You're right, but his opponent doesn't see that. You guys are sharp. You guys are on top of it. Yeah, I already looked at these because I had to put them in, so I already know what happens. And now, for our beginners, anybody out there beginners, what does white do now? Okay, Ratchet, you're too quick for me. I was looking for a beginner to have a chance. Drops the queen to the discovered check. Love it, love it. Discovered attack due to the check. And this guy, although he's a beginner, I'm going to give him props because he did not resign. He did not resign. The reason why I say you don't resign is you never know. Remember, you could touch the wrong piece. He could have touched the knight thinking about doing something else, and I go, oh, I meant queen. And the guy go, no, you touched the knight, move the knight. Now, he still probably will win, but, you know, there's opportunities, guys. There's opportunities. Let's say Sudakus went here. He goes here. And remember, Sudakus said he was nervous. He said everybody was shaking a little bit. You can visibly see people shaking. Yeah, I know. I said you're too fast for me, Ratchet. No worries. But so imagine if Sudakus picks up the queen and taps the pawn. I mean, taps it like hard, or even touches the pawn first. The guy's going to go, oh, you touched the pawn, you got to take it. And that loses the queen, right? So, yeah, there's always a chance. Why resign? Why resign? Anyway, 2 games down. We're 1 for 2. Sudakus took that game. And so now we move on to our 3rd game. So I'm going to put this game in while you guys watch. So game 3 versus Theodore Carney. And let's see, Sudakus had black. All right. Yeah, that was definitely against a beginner. That one felt like a beginner, right? That was definitely beginner quality play that Sudakus had an easy win. Well, he doesn't have an easy win this time. Let's see what happens. He gets to play his beloved Caro-Kann, and we get knight to f3, d5. All right, pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn. I am putting it in from my phone. Sudakus takes a picture of his score sheet and then sends it to me, guys. So that's pretty cool. I enjoy that. I get to log his games for him, and when he gets back, he will have hopefully all of his games in a study that he can look at any time he wants, and he won't have to log these in himself. All right, knight to h3. Knight to c3. We get e6. And we get castle. Queen to b6. Very French-like. Definitely a French setup, except this pawn is gone. So it's very French-like. I kind of know that, but yeah, this is a Caro-Kann, of course. I'm finding more and more, because I'm a French player, that the Caro-Kann is like a cousin, right? They feel like cousins. It feels like cousins to me, like they belong together. Rook to e1, alignment. I love alignment. Got to look for alignment. Beware, beware, beware. And look, we're so slow on developing the king side. So slow. So that always bothers me. We get maybe a prophylactic move. I'm going to guess it's a prophylactic move. And you know, this is one where maybe, but can you afford to do that? No, you get attacked by the knight. I don't know. Anyway, all right. So we get a prophylactic move, and we get bishop takes knight. And again, you know, this is the second game that I've seen where maybe taking is. I don't understand the taking. This move. Why did this move prompt me giving up my bishop for the knight and activating this bishop, activating this rook, giving the queen another square? It seems odd to me. All those benefits. So you remember, we're back to the same thing I told you guys before. What was that? Let's bring up that chart. So I have come up with so far 40. Ratchet, we've gained some since you helped me with this. I have 40 principles or concepts that I think are valuable to learn. And as you learn them, the bold ones to me are ones that are critical for big leaps in ability, in rating. Okay? Big leaps in rating. So, all right. So anyway, so we take here. Oh, you thought it won this pawn? You thought it won the pawn? Okay. Well, maybe that's what he was thinking. I don't know. Okay, let's check it. I didn't look that deep, so I definitely am willing to see that I missed that. So bishop takes bishop, knight takes pawn. Okay, ratchet, we're going to find out if it actually wins a pawn. What? What am I watching here? Let's see. Queen takes, bishop takes bishop, knight takes pawn. Oh, wait. Knight takes pawn d4, yeah. Okay, yeah. And then we get bishop to e3. Okay, bishop to e3. Knight takes bishop on f3 check. Queen takes knight. All right, so black wins a pawn. And this pawn he could win, but again, I'm not happy about that. But the rook is, you know, it's kind of good. I don't know. This pawn is, maybe, no, I don't know. Queen right now is under attack, though. So let's deal with that. All right, so queen takes knight. Queen takes pawn on b2. Knight takes d5. Knight takes d5. What am I missing? I mean, granted, if you go here, I don't know. What do you? Okay, so let's say if it was knight takes. Well, let me see what happens first. So we have knight takes d5. That is what happened. Knight takes knight. I'm thinking queen takes knight. Right? Queen takes knight. Why? Because if pawn takes, then bishop here, getting a discovered check. But I think you're still looking good. Don't you end up with, yeah, you have more pawns. Well, I would think you would take. You would take, he'd go here check. You'd move towards the center of the board. The bishop has to take. You push the pawn, prophylactic. And now you're ready to finish playing. I think you're looking okay. Bishop is way over here. Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And this is the game where the guy said, "I thought I had you," because he didn't take the queen. And yes, because of all the draw offers. But I think you could do this, guys. And you know, you could put the bishop here. You could put the bishop here. It doesn't really matter. You get a check in. You could cover with the bishop. But again, I want my bishop in the center of the board anyway. So you take, you prophylactic and say, get out of town. And then what? You know, I don't know. What does he got? He can come after your pawn. And I wouldn't go here only because of future checks. Well, maybe I would. Because you want to keep the rook out of here to start. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I definitely wouldn't be castling. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is definitely playable for black. And even if he loses his pawn, it's still 2 against 2, and his pawns are isolated. So I don't know. I think it's playable. I don't know. That would have been... But it's a nice little... I mean, the guy obviously planned all that way ahead. So, yeah, I think black has just up a pawn. Yeah, I think so. You liked d4? d4 after queen takes f3? That was a little bit ago. Okay, here we go. So you like d4. Oh, look at that. Easy fork. Easy fork. Is there any way out of it? Easy fork. Got to check. Is there a way out of it? So you get this one on the queen, right? You get that one on the queen. Where do you go? So you go here. Now, best would be, can I protect the pawn and still attack the knight at the same time? Right? This is what you got to be worried about. So how do I protect the pawn and attack the knight would be best. I could just attack the knight, I guess, because then you have the knight and the pawn is still attacking, so you don't actually have to protect it. You could just go here. It would be interesting. Yeah. I think this has interesting potentials, guys. Yeah, I think this has interesting potentials. I still don't like being so out in the open, but yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to let him try to win this pawn, attack the rook. The rook has to move. Queen is still on this diagonal, so you're good. I think white is winning. Yeah, I think this is nice. Nice catch, Bad. Nice catch. I mean, we have a fork. Why not take the fork on? Okay, I'm going to have to agree with you. Now, you got to be careful, right? You still got to be careful. Let's see. This doesn't work for white, though. That doesn't work for white. He's got to go away. Let's say he goes away. I mean, we're still stuck in the middle, but it looks like you're okay. Looks like you survive. Yeah, probably. All right, so you might have missed a simple, that's a nice move. And when you're under attack, interposing should be one of your choices. So, yeah, didn't happen. You saw this, though. All right, and we get to here, and we don't take with the pawn. We know that, right? Because he didn't take. So, queen takes knight, knight takes knight, queen takes knight, bishop to e7. He says, no, thank you. Promote that variation. That's what I'm playing. Bishop to e7. Plays queen to b3. And Sudacus fixes his pawns for him. And then castles. And again, it's funny that I always tease Sudacus, I don't always, but I tease Sudacus about not caring about king safety. And both of his games, it's like he castled when he shouldn't have. We're in the endgame again. He doesn't need to be castling. He needs to try to take advantage of these open files. Although in this case, it gets the rook there faster because the bishop's in his way. If the bishop wasn't here, I'd say the king would belong up. Well, it does turn out to be a draw right now. No, it doesn't. Not yet. Okay, castle. The guy kept asking him for a draw, though. A4. B6. Good job limiting the bishop's scope. So I like that. B6. Rook to D1. I don't know which one. He didn't say which one, so we'll just have to wait and see if it makes a difference. He didn't say which one. King to F1. H6. Rook takes rook. Rook takes rook, so it doesn't matter. Black's doesn't matter. King to E2. Don't know which rook. Rook to C8. Still don't know which one he used for sure. Rook to D1. And we get rook to D8. And rook takes rook. He should have moved here, but rook takes rook. White had a better move. He would have gotten chances to get in. But anyway, rook takes rook, bishop takes rook, and now it is very drawish. King to D3, but white's king is better actually. King to F8, king to C4. Yeah, white is actually better here. A6, woes, okay. A6, B4, king to E7. Finally, look, we have a potential pass pawn. Actually, we're up a pawn, and Sudacus said he's been up a pawn the whole game, and he's right. And he has a potential passer. Boy, I would not have given it, especially if he keeps asking me. I'm not going to give him a draw. I'm even just out of spite. I don't want to give him a draw because you know what? The best the guy is going to do is get a draw. So I'd make him find the draw. King to D7. King to D4. And king to C6. Me, I'd be pushing right here. One, it keeps the king out, keeps the bishop out, and it threatens to win material, guys. Man, I wish he had done that. Wouldn't be offer no draw after that. King to c6, king to c4, bishop to c7. Is that it? No, the game goes on. b5 check. Pawn takes pawn check. Pawn takes pawn check. King to d7. Bishop to e3. Doesn't want to trade. Wants to draw, but doesn't want to trade. g5 now. f3. And this is where, again, I'd want my students to play this out because I think my students are going to be better at the endgame than anybody else. Any beginner. I think my students know the endgames because we study a lot of endgames. I don't know how much Sudaku spends on endgames, but I would love for him to play out and get this guy in the endgame. Bishop to d4, e5, he says go away. Bishop to c3, guy does not want to trade. Bishop c3, f6. Why not all the way, guys? You got to go all the way, right? You got to go all the way, and then you got to make a pass pawn. Anyway, got to make a pass pawn. e5, f6, g4. See, now he gets this in. See, look at the difference, guys. Look at the difference. You're here, he does this rigmarole, we'll call it. You could take, if he takes back this way, you might be able to make a pass pawn over here later. You could just push, because if he takes, you take back, you get a pass pawn, but then his king just comes over to eat it. I definitely don't want to push here, though it's playable, because then at the right moment, you could sack this pawn, and then he gets to run down, especially if you can get this bishop in a bad way. Anyway, doesn't matter. Back to what it was. This is what happened. King to e6, and now it's looking now because the pawns can't go forward. Every pawn is stuck. It's looking very drawish. King to e6, bishop to b2. Please push here now. Oh, you got a chance again. f5, very good. King to d3, smart. Not taking. Not taking is correct. King to d3. f4 locks it up. Wonder about this one, because you do get that, but can you keep him, right? Can you keep him? If he pushes, you go catch him pretty easily. If he pushes, you catch him pretty easily. Hey, Dead Face, thanks for the follow. All right, but anyway, we don't get this. We get this. Hello. We don't get any of that. Sorry. So we get this, and then we don't get that. He didn't do that. What did I miss? King to e6, king to d3, f4 was the correct move that was actually played. Promote that variation. And why is this like? Oh, okay. Because f6 was not played at all. So we need to promote that variation. Okay, I was wondering what was going on with my scorekeeping. It was totally broken. So we had bishop to f3, we have f6, we had g4, we had king to e6, we had this, we had this, we had this, we had this, we had this. Okay, f4. We're caught back up, guys. King to e4, right? Tucked away, can't get away now. Bishop to d6, bishop to c3, and we have a draw accepted. And yeah, because there's no way to break in, there's no targets, they're all on white. So this now is a draw. So it's fun. What's almost humorous is, and you can't even move your bishop away because he has two pieces on your pawn. So your bishop just goes back and forth, and his bishop just goes back and forth. Yep, it's a draw. So yeah, he doesn't have to feel bad about accepting the draw at this point because it was a draw at that point. All right, guys, we have another game we can load up. Ooh, and I got a picture. He says, hot dogs and coffee are keeping me going. This last one was horrible. I didn't have any ideas. Then I blundered and my rook got pinned. Uh-oh, we're going to take a look at it. French defense. And he's going to study it when he comes back to Wisconsin. So not yet. All right, this one is against a Michael Gaiman. I actually knew a Michael Gaiman. That would be funny if this is somebody I knew. But anyway, game 4 versus Michael Gaiman. Gammon? Gammon. I think Gammon would be more correct pronunciation, I think. All right, and our player had white, guys. Let's check out this one. This is a loss, he says already. I know it's a loss, so he already told everybody. But he's playing against the French. One of my favorite openings. And so far, Sudacus is not playing it badly. He's playing it, definitely by one of the many choices. Again, flexible. And there's a lot of correct answers. That might be a little bit premature. But since the queen is blocked off from coming here, but that's normal. That's normal too. Actually, it happens more often than you think. Queen on d3, setting a little trap, hopefully, right? You never know. Knight to d7. Blocks in the bishop. Does allow you to come here, does allow you to come here, though. And that's the idea, which is one of the reasons the bishop is here, by the way. By the way, why the bishop is there. Knight d7, we have castle. Nothing wrong with castle. He is castling every game more than he usually ever does. Knight to f5, and this time he doesn't take. Now we've seen him take and double up pawns every time. Why does he not take this one and double up these pawns? I don't know. I get confused sometimes, guys. So instead we get bishop to e3, which I think is just a bad move, right? We give away this. I think it's just a bad move. It's just a blunder. I don't see anything good out of it. I don't get the bishop to e3. I think it's a mistake. Bishop to e7, he doesn't take the free pawn. Queen to c2, now he doesn't have the pawn anymore. But he does think he has this one. Pawn takes pawn. Bishop takes knight. Pawn takes bishop on e3. Nice in between move. Why not? Bishop back to d3. Pawn takes pawn check. Rook takes pawn. Bishop to c5. Oh, that's painful. Knight to d4. Knight takes knight. Pawn takes knight. Bishop takes knight, right? Bishop, let's see. Pawn takes knight, bishop takes pawn, yes. Still keeping the pin. And does he have any way to get out of it? I don't see one. Bishop takes pawn, knight to c3. Bishop takes rook. Queen takes bishop. Queen takes queen. King takes queen. Bishop to b7. Bishop to d7. Gotta be. Bishop to d7. Bishop to b5. And we're allowing trades. Knight takes knight, knight takes bishop, king to d7. Notice the king does not castle. The king says, I'm going to come into the center. So right now, Sudacus is down 2 pawns. And the rook, sorry. Forgot the rook. That hurts more. He's down a rook for a knight. That's very painful. Very painful. King to d7, rook to c1. Don't want to actually do this because you're helping him trade. He's going to trade. Maybe first would have been this move, because then if the rook goes there, then you're able to take it. Even if he comes here, maybe then you throw in this move first and see if you can get something, or at least grab this pawn. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Unfortunately, there's too much missing here. I need to promote that variation. Okay. So we get king there, and we get the rook to c1, rook to c8. Don't know which one. Let's say it was this one, just in case he didn't give up that pawn. We'll have to double check, but it doesn't matter. Rook takes rook. Rook takes rook. Not the king takes rook. Knight did not take the pawn. Knight to d6, c6. Knight to knight to d6. Rook to c2 check, gets out of the fork with a check. Of course, rook to c2 check, king to f3, rook takes b, knight to f7, rook takes a2, just eat all my pawns, knight to d6 again, rook to b2, protecting the pawn, h4, rook to b4, don't know what that's about. G3 and A5, and our player resigns. Understandable. Yeah, not his best game. All right, I'm expecting some better games real soon. All right, that's what I'm hoping for. Better games. Hoping for better games. All right. So let's see what else we have going here. That was that game. So we have 4 of his games in the books, and let's go back to the pairings. We can look at the beginners. Let's look at the beginners. I don't want to see pairings actually. I think I want to see results, because that will actually. Let's see if we can get the results to come up. There we go. And we're in the. I got to go to the beginners. Unless you guys are curious about Rosman and Rosen. When is his live game? Right now, he's playing a game. Sudakus is playing a game. Let's see. He's got to be down pretty low today, but that doesn't. Oh, it's not under Sudakus, you dummy. But he doesn't mean he can't do well tomorrow. So right now, he's number 82. Right now, 82 out of 174. So he's still doing better than the halfway point, right? Yeah. Because 85 would be 170. 85? Yeah, 170. So he's 82. So he's still in the top half. And he has that loss, win, draw. It hasn't even updated his loss that he just showed us. Come on. Now that could be because the round wasn't over for everyone, but he said he had to play soon. So, we would have hoped it's not even showing that one. So that's kind of annoying. It's not even showing that game yet. Not that you could see it anyway, because I'm not showing you a good view. We go to full screen, and there's our man. There he is, right there, guys. Right there. Says he's playing, he played 88, Michael Gaiman. So at the time, Michael Gaiman was lower than him. Gaiman had a draw, loss, and a win. And so Sudakus lost to him. And so Sudakus is going to have 2 losses, a win, and a draw. So his opponents will be easier, because he will be playing other people still with 1.5. So if you look down here, all of these guys, right, you have guys that have not won a game yet. You got guys that have only drawn. You got 3 that have only drawn and lost every other game. You have a whole bunch that have won 1 game. And then you got up to Sudakus, who had 1.5. So with that loss, Sudakus will be 1.5. He'll be either playing somebody that now has 2 wins from the losers bracket, or maybe these 0.5s. One of them won, right, unless they drew again. If they drew against each other. But if one of them wins, then Sudakus will be playing one of them this next round. And unfortunately, it's not showing us who he's playing. So let me go to pairings, and let's see if the pairings are up to date, because that part is not. And you would think that you would have to be up to date, right? So he's playing. Yep, Mackenzie Kenzel. Mackenzie Kenzel. Okay, can you guys see that? Here, I'll highlight it for you. I'm sorry. Highlight the right one, maybe. Mackenzie Kenzel is who he's playing, and let's see where Mackenzie Kenzel is, because that wasn't who he played in that last round, right? We know he played Gammon. So Mackenzie Kenzel, we're looking for Mackenzie Kenzel. Oh, we could just search, right? Mackenzie Kenzel, there we go. From New York. Uh-oh. A New Yorker. Uh-oh. Let's see. And Kenzel had 2 before that round. So they had a loss against the number 6 player right now in their pool. They had a bye, which gave them a point. They beat number 111. They beat this guy way down here, 111. And then what? And then they must have lost, right? Because Sudakus wouldn't be playing a 3, right? Because if he won, they'd have 3 points, and Sudakus shouldn't be playing a 3. And if they drew, they'd have 2.5, and Sudakus only has 1.5. So Sudakus again wouldn't be playing Kenzel. So Kenzel must have lost. So I'm thinking this is going to be an easy win for our man Sudakus. I'm predicting right now it's going to be an easy win against Kenzel. Even though Kenzel has more points, but he only has 1 win against one of the worst players. and he just lost to 40, whoever 40 was. He lost to, or she lost to, I don't know, Mackenzie, it sounds like a female. Lost to Adam Begin, who knows how good he is. Okay, I'm predicting a win. Now, live games are broadcast, we can go look at those real quick, but not in the beginner section. So if you remember the video Sudaku showed us of the playing hall, there were chess sets, wooden boards, by the way. The Grandmasters, the top, there was a cordoned off rope. The people over there had wooden chessboards, by the way. And they had wooden chessboards that are plugged into the clock that are then plugged into the computer. And so those games those are the ones that are broadcasting. They're not broadcasting these beginner games. Nope. So we'll go look at that in a second. So I'm saying he's going to end up playing McKinsey. And let's see, I'm curious how our man, his rival of Selena Hokai, has won, drawn, won, and I think he won his next game. So Selena Hokai has not, I don't believe he has lost a game. I believe he's rocking and rolling, guys. Let's see, because we're able to see the matchup. Let's see, we should be able to see who he's matched up against. And it'll give us, yeah, look at this. Selena Hokai with 3.5 so far. 3.5, guys. No losses. Selena Hokai, a guy that Sudaku's goes back, I think he has about an equal record with him online. And so this is one of our fellow streamers. I don't know if he streams. I think he streams chess. But he's also been getting lessons from Epiphany, Marichess. So they both, and Selena did a lot of lessons from Marichess. And we know Sudaku's also got lessons from Marichess. So he's playing against Ahmed Al-Asadi. And so this should be good. This is pretty good. This looks, we don't get his games though, unfortunately. So we don't know how he's doing except by looking here. And I do get updates from Epiphany. So I'm going to tell her, board 5. Go. And his actual name is Joseph. So I'll go Joe. All right. Yeah. Selena Hokai might be rocking and rolling. So let's take a quick peek because now you might be curious. I'm definitely curious. I want to check out. I don't remember if Selena Hokai actually streams. I'm definitely not spelling it right. Selenia, there it is. Selena Hokai. He's got 254 followers. Got more followers than I do. So yeah, he definitely streams. So there he is. So yep, he definitely streams, and he's doing pretty well, guys. He's in 5th. He's on board 5. Not lost a game yet. Has 1 draw as his only mark against a win. He's looking good. He's looking good. It looks like he has good chances to do something, make some waves, maybe get in first place even. So 3.5. Nice job. All right. Well, hopefully he'll keep up that good work, and hopefully our buddy Sudakus can win this next game and get on the winning track again. Win the last 2 games. Be good showing. Have a good reasonable finish, and then come back tomorrow and play better. Come back tomorrow and play better. All right, let's take a look at the top. You guys were curious. Let's go back and look at the pairings for the Open. Actually, I think we can even say watch games, right? Live broadcast. Here we go. So there's different sites for the live broadcast, and one of them was Chess 24. And let's see whose game we have here. This is an older game, so I need to find a newer game. How do I find a newer game? Let's see. Oh, maybe it's here. Here we go. So, yeah, you can go and watch the games. Anybody that we actually know or care about? Are any of our IM friends that we like to watch? Look at that. Rosman's still 18. He's playing on board 18. Oh, he already beat McConnell. That's already showing. Oh, I forgot. They only do 1 game a day, guys. They're not doing this 6 games a day, 3 days in a row like Sudakus and Selenia Hokai signed up for. They're doing 1 game a day. 1 game a day. 1 game a day. So a little bit different. Let's see what the standings are with that. Yeah, we'll do results. And so at the top, let's take a look for our man Rosman. Levy Rosman right now is in 30th place from New York. Woo woo. I do like New York. He had a win, a loss, and 2 wins. Win, a loss, and 2 wins so far. And so his last win, as we saw, was against McConnell. So he's doing okay. And now let's find Rosen. Rosen is right down there, 41. So Rosen is 41. Rosman is 30. Rosen had a win, a loss, a draw, and a win. And Rosman actually has a win, a loss, and 2 wins. So it's because Rosen has a draw. So he's down half a point, right? He's down a half a point. He's at 2.5. Rosman's at 3.0. And look at all those IMs. Look on the left. Look at those IMs, CMs, GMs, WGM. All right. Female Grandmaster is at 55 with a draw and a win and a draw. So 2 draws, a win, and a loss. That's not bad, guys. That's on this field. Look at all these people without a title. Look at all these people without a title. And then some of them, they must just wanted to play in the open because look at this, 1463 is playing in the open. Unrated playing in the open. Unrated playing in the open. What are these people kidding me? Okay, that's an FIDE unrated. But USCF, okay. But we do have, here's an unrated. I mean, this guy's not rated in either one. This guy's not rated in either one. But then we have 1538, 1700, 2100, 1300, 1600, 20, 22. And I mean, when you get to play against the big boys, you must be, it's got to feel good. It's kind of fun. But the big boys must look at you like, oh, thank you. I needed an easy win. And I'm going to be playing against, even if it's a 2000, they must be thinking like, oh, thank you. Like right here. This guy played the number 2 seed. The guy that right now is still number 2, he got to play the number 2 seed. He's 21-28, and he played against this guy, right? Against an IM. Oh, look, an IM is currently in 2nd place. An IM is currently in 2nd place. We got a GM, IM, GM, 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 IM, FM, IM, GM, 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 and we have to go through all those just to get down to Rosman. So Rosman could have been there if he had an easier or better draw. But you know what happens. It's part of the fun. It's part of the fun. It's how it goes. All right, so unfortunately we have to wait to hear from Sudakus to find out how he did. He has 2 more games. I should hopefully hear from him sometime tonight. Tomorrow we're on at 6 o'clock as normal. I'm pretty sure we'll do 6 o'clock as normal. Might stay on a little late if we could catch more of his games. We'll go over his last 2 games. He'll send those to me. I'll put them into the study, and we'll finish off day 1 for Sudakus. We'll be able to finish off his day 1. Then we'll start looking at his day 2 games. We'll finish up looking at game 2 games on Sunday probably, and maybe I'll stay up late on Sunday, and we'll stay with him, and we'll finish off the whole tournament on Sunday. If not, I might spend some time on Monday. So yeah, pretty excited for him. Didn't play great yet, but we can have faith. He's going to come back. He's going to come back. He's going to play well tomorrow. He's going to relax. After the first day, jitters and nerves, everybody, like he said, everybody was shaking. I think you'll lose a lot of the stress. A lot of the stress will go away the next day. The second day, you're going to be able to relax and kick back and not be so stressed out. That's what I'm hoping for, guys. That's what I'm hoping for. All right, so that's what we have to look forward to. I don't know what else to tell you. Got to wait for more games. We could always throw these into, but I mean, we see, it's just mistakes. Like this one, this whole thing here with this whole situation right here, this move was interesting and a bad mistake, right? He's doubled up pawns on his opponent more than once already, so don't have a clue why he didn't do it, but he didn't. This bishop's not going to have any scope if it gets here and acts like a big pawn. Yeah. Levy is 4-5, I think. He's at 3. Levy has 3 points. He has a win, a loss, and 2 more wins. So he's 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4. They have 2 more days that I know. But let me see what they have here. Round 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they have 2 more days. So they're probably going to do, maybe they're doing a second round today? I don't know. It's a good question, Ratchet. Let's see if the pairings show for the Open if they're already paired for the next round. But when is the next round? They seem to be doing 1 game a day. I thought they were doing 1 game a day. The big boys, right? The Open. I thought it was 1 game a day. They are in the 5th round. And I think it started when? Thursday or Wednesday? So I don't even have... Oh, right here. June 16th. So it started 2 days ago. So if it started on the 16th, 17th, 18th, that should only be 3 rounds. But they finished 4 rounds. I agree with you. They finished 4 rounds. So did they do 2 rounds on one of those days? Oh, yeah. 6. Oh, my gosh. I know. 30 plus 5 and 6 games in 1 day. And they're doing it 3 days in a row. I think it's going to be a lot of stamina. But, hey, they get a lot of games in. Think about that. You're playing 18 rated games. So with his 5 other games that he's played, I think he played 5 other games, or he played 5 years ago. But anyway, he probably will come up with a stable USCF rating. And then he could go play in some local rating tournaments and enjoy himself too. Oh, maybe that's what it is, Ratchet. That makes sense. So does that mean they have a second game today? Because if they do, they have to wait till the games are over. But it looks like, let's see. Looks like they have the pairings out. So, yeah, because Rosman has 3, and he's playing a player with 3. So they have the pairings out. I just don't know when the games start. And if we go look at the live broadcast, right? Let's go look at the live broadcast. That's not the live broadcast. Vegas, National Open Chess. Let's go check it out. Let's go to Happening Now. Let's go to live broadcast. And we want to see based on Lead Chess 20 or Chess 24. Let's see if it has any, because it's still showing. I mean, this is still showing me the one from the other round. That's terrible. Let's see. All right. So are we in round 5? Right? We're saying round 5 should be going on right now. All right. All right. All right. Maybe we can. Let's find Rosman. Here's Rosman. We can watch Rosman, or we can watch. No, Rosen is not live. I don't see Rosen live anyway. I don't see Rosen. You guys see Rosen? You're looking up. Oh, sorry, full screen. Full screen. Sorry, I wasn't looking up. My bad. I don't see Rosen as an option. Got a lot of Americans. I don't see Rosen. Well, it makes sense that you have a lot of Americans, I guess. We're in America, and it's the National Open for America. Okay, I'll stop saying stupid things tomorrow. Not today. All right, let's take a look if we can watch the Rosman game, the Rosman game. Here's the Rosman game, guys. And it even shows you stockfish while they're playing. Quite interesting. Ugly little board, though. Let's see. No, we can't make it bigger. That's an ugly board. They don't even have a picture of Rosman. As well known as this guy is now, they don't even have a picture of him on the site. I don't get that. All right, so I'm not crazy about that one. Wow, I'm really not crazy about that one. Let's see if we can see it on chess.com for fun. Okay, let's see. Rosman. Where's our man Rosman? Hello. Here we go. That is so much cleaner, so much nicer. I'm going to say this is a much better way to look at Rosman's game. Let me just adjust my screen. I'm getting decent at adjusting my screen, so. And we don't. Oh, you guys probably want to see the bar. You might even want to see the clock, knowing you guys. Why not? I'm gonna bet I can't back up moves though. But here's the Rosman game. Sweetness. All right, let's try to grab the clock. And I just gotta tell the clock to go someplace totally different than where it is. Gotta go all the way on the other side of the world. All right, there's the clock. And Rosman is white, guys. Rosman's at the bottom, so he's got an hour and 19 seconds, 19 minutes, an hour and 19 minutes. An hour and 19 minutes. His opponent has an hour and 23 minutes, and looks like a pretty good game. You like this position? Hey, Bernardo. Hello, Bernardo. ¿Cómo está? Or ¿cómo estás? Yeah, so wouldn't it be great? I mean, it would be like impossible, but great if Sudakus could be, if we could see his game on chess.com, because he's on one of those boards that do the game. That would be really neat. So what kind of opening did he play here? Huh. Oh, he played a c4 again. So Rosman said he tried it on the first game. He tried it, I think, on another game. And now he's... Oh, don't worry, Bernardo. I don't either. I tried, though. I'm trying to learn it. I try to learn it. But I don't act... Yeah. I'm not fluent at all. But I'm always trying to learn it. Yeah, he's played c4 every game with white so far that I know of. I think he's played c4 every game with white. So fun. We can look at those when we finish looking at Sudaku's games. We could definitely go ahead and look at some other games, but I definitely like the chess.com's display better than Chess 24. Much better than Chess 24. Yeah, let's see. Is there two Timurs? Looks like Timur dropped out of first place. He's playing on board 12. Yeah, Timur dropped out of first place. I don't know what his record is right now, but he dropped out of first place. Wow. Who did he play? He lost the game to somebody. I'm trying to check the standings, but it's either very slow to come up or it's just not coming up. Oh, and Hikaru is analyzing Levy's games. They're always analyzing each other's games. I think that helped. We talked about Rosman. Yeah, I guess I'm thinking he lost. So you remember we were talking about Rosman becoming famous streaming. So did Hikaru. Hikaru probably was already famous, at least in chess circles, but Rosman definitely has been pulled along well, and no reason not to, right? By his friend Hikaru. So he made good friends with. He's good friends with Hikaru Nakamura, probably one of the strongest American players in the world, if not one of just the strongest players in the world. And together, yeah, they've become a juggernaut on the streaming end. So that's pretty cool, and I have nothing but happiness for them for that, so that's good news. Well, let's check that broadcast. yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's lucky. You know, friends are friends because you meet each other. Like Sudakus and I, right? Flavio introduced us via streaming. We have never met in person yet, but we decided to run the Mayhem tournament together. We try to stream together. We try to help each other out. I'm streaming all about his National Open. Sure, if I did a tournament, he'd be laughing at me and showing stuff about me. I'm not laughing about him, but he'd laugh about me because I'm funnier. But yeah, right? I mean, it's friends. You meet people, you hit it off. You kind of have things simpatico between you. So, like for example, I found out that TV shows I watched when I was a kid, Sudakus watched. Now I'm older than Sudakus, but we watch a lot of the same TV shows. We like the same movies. We like the same stuff, right? So I have my hammer. So whenever I have to drop the hammer on somebody during a chess match, I got my hammer, and he's got the same kind of stuff. It's just we click, and so it's nice. And now he's helping me learn Spanish, and we just play chess together. My mistakes are more nuanced, or just more funny, more humorous. Yeah. So Rosman is on board 22, like we said. Timur is on board 12, which you're not going to be on board 12 if he didn't lose. So he definitely lost. If we go back here to the standings, yes, he's not in first place. He's down here. Where is he? I don't even see him here. But he's not on first place anymore. That's pairings. We can go back to, let's go to standings. Results. He is from Minnesota, Badster. He's in Wisconsin. Sorry. Minnesota, Wisconsin. No, he's in Wisconsin. He's from Wisconsin. He's from Wisconsin. Originally, Chile, but Wisconsin right now. I know, right, Flavio? Did you ever predict that? Could you think that? Yeah, Chile. Yeah. But from Wisconsin right now. I don't know how you knew to connect us two, but you did. Thank you very much for that. So, yeah, where's Timur? Let's see if we can find Timur in this list. Where is Timur, guys? You can't even see it so well because I have it in the wrong way. Oh, he's in fourth place. So he had a draw. He did not have a loss. He had a draw. And he was in fourth place. 3.5 after 4 rounds. So, now here's the only negative watching these guys play. My gosh, this game is going to take another 2 hours easily. So we're not staying up and watching this game, guys. Nope, I'm not staying up and watching this game. Another 2 hours, most likely. Alright, so we got to look at 4 of Sudakus' games, 4 out of 6 of his games. I'll have the other 2 games. I'll get them up and we will look at them tomorrow and we'll finish off day 1. Then we'll go into day 2 and we'll watch some of that. Alright? That's the plan, guys. That's the plan. Hey, awesome. Thank you. And thank you again, Flavio. You're a connector. I call it, in business parlance, we have different types of people, and some are connectors, the ones that find the right networks, and like you're the linchpins to these networks, extremely important part of any network, and I think of you as a connector. All right. Oh, and they do get extra time on move 40. Oh my gosh, that is true. All right, guys. I'm going to get some sleep. Get up tomorrow. Got a whole big day, but tomorrow early, 6 o'clock, we'll be able to go over his 2 games from today and as many games as he's gotten done on day 2. We'll go over those games. Maybe, and hopefully we'll have another live sighting and see you tomorrow. Let's see, who should we raid? Oh, a new streamers union? A streamers union? Huh. You're definitely going to have to tell me more about that. Oh, it's a new Lee Chess team? A Streamers Union is a new Lee Chess team? You're going to have to... Hey, send me a whisper. Send me a whisper. Whisper, man. Whisper. Tell me all about it, because I'm going to go offline now. All right. Oh, I hope not. And if he does, I hope he's ready for it. Thank you, Flavio. All right, let's go hit up Slide Chess, because Slide Chess is in our under 1800 World Championship tournament, by the way. So he's there. We can go check out Slide Chess. I don't know what he's doing. Let's see. Is he going over a game? He's going over a game by Anatoly Karpov and Wheatley. So interesting. Interesting. Guess it's still cool. We can still go check him out. Alrighty, guys. Let me raid Slide Chess tonight. You're in the team, Ratchet? All right. Yeah, let me know about that. I'm a team sports kind of guy. I'd love to learn more and play sports with other people. So yeah, please let me know. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Have a great day. Have a great night. Tomorrow we will catch up with Sudakus and check out how he's doing.